Hey, Aiko, how you doing? Are you having a nice day? We're just modeling the scissors at the moment. Hopefully you can make them look a little bit nice. How has your day been? Or days, to be honest? Good, just relaxing. Hey, that's nice to hear. Let's see. I'm also thinking about what should I do next for 3D modeling. Do you have any ideas, Aiko, for the kitchen? Like, we could go for something bigger. Like a, I don't know, espresso machine or like a microwave. Or we can stick to the smaller stuff like a spatula. It depends. Eventually we're gonna have to make it all anyway, but let's see. I think we have to split this into 3, right? Subdivide into 3. This. 1, 2, 3, 4. That makes this a weird size, though. What if we did it like this? Then we select these, and then we select this. Better do the big stuff first. Oh yeah. There's a lot of stuff that still has to be done, right? Like you have what is it? Like you have the oven, you have microwaves, you have the espresso machine. Let's see. We need lights. We need furniture, like the kitchen table, like that sort of stuff. Although the kitchen table is kind of dependent on the interior of the house itself, right? So maybe that's not really considered an object. Edge. It depends. True. But what I mean is that if you look at the kitchen furniture, like the how do you call it? Like the sink and the faucet and the workbench, that can be a lot of different materials and styles in that, right? Like you could do marble, you could do steel or wood print, and then there's a lot of types of wood. Let's see, I have to delete this. Oh, by the way, we're one step closer with our alerts. I've been working on the YouTube notifications. I do have to make 2 additional ones because I didn't realize it, that on YouTube side you can actually gift memberships to other people. The emotes. But yeah, you can gift memberships to a specific person, but you can also do a community gift, so it's randomized, right? To a random watcher. So I want to do the same thing as I do for Twitch, where it's like a different color then. So it's all like uniform, stylized. And then after that, I have to go start looking at the intro animation. Jinn does that from time to time. Like the membership stuff. Ah. Okay, so I have to grab this and this. How am I gonna do this? Do I do this? This. Feels weird to do it like this. Also, I tried to get the artist that I usually go to for my PNG art, like what I'm using right now on my stream. I tried to get a commission based on him, but he now has 7,000 followers on Twitter, and every time he opens up his commission slots, there's like 200 people like jumping that. I tried to do it yesterday, where he put up his commissions at like 1 p.m. and I was there exactly at 1 p.m. and within 1 minute, 24 slots got used up. So I didn't get a slot. No! But it's nice to know that he's getting discovered, right? That he's getting the attention he deserves. Although a lot of people, I notice, are kind of salty that they didn't get a slot. Feels kind of weird. Subdivide one time. See what this does. I feel it's weird to be salty about that stuff. Like, okay, I understand that people want a slot, right? That they want to get their art commissioned. But don't nag about not getting a slot. Like, the artist can only have so many works per month done, right? Their hands are filled. The only thing that you could do at that point is raise the prices of your artworks, to be honest, because then some people lose interest because the price isn't within their budget, and the artist earns a little bit more. So yeah, that's the only thing he could do against it. It's not like you can hire someone to do stuff for you. Also, they have an outside life and need to do stuff. Definitely. And you have to realize, this is like 24 artworks. That's like the entire body, or half. Wait, what is it? Entire body, or ties up, or half body, or just what's the other one called? Like the torso, not torso, close up. And then there's also the backgrounds, right? This guy is working so hard. And he's super nice, like very easy to communicate with. That's kind of the reason why I kept coming back to him. Like, this is a thing that I did a while back in February. I actually tried to commission another artist for an artwork that was like $180 or so. So that's pretty expensive, right? But he never came back to me. Like, I just explained what I wanted and he agreed to it. And then he said like, okay, I'll have the sketch done by this and this date. But he never sent the sketch. He just totally forgot. And then I gave a reminder. And then a month later, he said like, okay, I'll do it by this date. And still nothing. So I just remained silent for the rest of the period up till now. And he just totally forgot. He never once tried to communicate to me like, oh, do you still want that artwork? Or, hey, is something wrong? So zero communication. So now I feel hesitant. Like, do I really want to work with that artist that's making me wait for 2 months and then keep silent for another 4 months? Luckily, I didn't pay at all yet. So no money lost there, but it really makes me hesitant. Like, yeah, if you're expecting $180 for artwork, which isn't cheap, right? Then you better well have some communication skills, or at least try to keep people updated. Like, even if you would say like, oh yeah, something happened in my personal life and I can't make the deadline, or I'm busy with life, or something happened, or I can no longer accept it, that's fine with me. But just leaving it in limbo, I don't like that. It's the same with like making appointments, right? If you're gonna if you can't make an appointment, just cancel it, right? No harm in that, but I just don't like the whole ghosting or silent treatment or pretending you don't exist. That bothers me a little bit more. Oh well, what can you do? For every artist that doesn't respond like that, there's like way more artists that would love to work with you, right? And of course, I don't like the whole name and shame thing, so I won't say which artist it is. No worries about that. But artworks. Wait, what artwork were you? Oh, like what kind of artwork was I trying to get? I was trying to get an artwork where you saw my model or like my character in pose, in like action pose, full bodied, on the street, wielding his weapons in like a cyberpunk, how do you call it, like background, as if he's being swarmed by like SWAT police, something like that. Was a pretty cool idea, right? I felt like I want to have an action shot somehow, because I always go for like normal PNG art, and I thought like, oh, that would probably be cool. Like, it would show a little bit more story to the artwork instead of just a pose, right? I wanted a Bleach episode, an entire Bleach episode. That's gonna be way more than $180. Man, I can't afford that. Well, yeah, how would I ever afford that? I need to win the lottery then, I think. Okay, so what happens if I split? If I split here, it does that weird thing. That's not what I want, though. This one has to go away. And then we do this. We do this. So this one turns in this direction. Then we delete this one. And then we do this, this, this. So what happens now if we try to loop cut this? It doesn't join. Why doesn't it join? What's going on here? So are you currently very into Bleach, Aiko? Because you're talking about Bleach. Oh, I got an idea. What if we delete this, grab this, we press Y in this direction, then we turn it a little bit, move it here, and then we say this, and then this. Hopefully that works. Watched it while growing up. Ooh, same. I remember waiting every week for an episode. Like the good old times. I really love the intermission shots they had. Like each episode, they had like the halftime banner thing. They did it in other anime as well, but the Bleach art was really nice, especially when they gave them different outfits, like different fashion stuff, right? Okay, so if I loop cut it now, yep, There we go. See? Fixed it. So we can now have something like this. Who's your favorite character? In the Bleach anime, you mean? Yeah. Who's my favorite? This might sound edgy, but my favorite character used to be Ichigo. Like Hollow Ichigo. Like I was excited whenever he showed up. Like, oh, here we go. Because every time he showed up, he was like wiping the floor with everyone. And he had such a cool combat technique. Like, you know, Ichigo just does the Bankai and like the normal sword attacks. But if you look how the Hollow version of him uses his attacks, like he used the blade as a whip. He used a chain. And then his reach was like huge. That's something I really loved about his. Like his combat style was like very, how do you say it? Like unorthodox. Very. Very hard to anticipate, is I think the word. Unique? Yeah! Don't you think so? So who's your favorite character? I definitely have to connect this. Let's see what happens with the loop cut now. Okay, but it stops over there with this bit, so that's not good. Mine's easy to get. Is it a girl or a guy? I'm gonna guess it. Is it a girl? I think that could be funny to guess it that way. Nope, a guy. Okay, a guy. Is the guy a Soul Reaper? No. Okay, that really narrows it down then. Because a lot of Soul Reapers just fell off. Then, are they human? Maybe. And what I also mean is like, when I ask like, are they human? I'm counting like humans with supernatural abilities. Like Chad, for example. Then yeah. Okay. Well, of course, I'm gonna ask you, like, is it Chad? Because otherwise, a Quincy would be a different category, right? Or would that still count as human? Oh, different type. Makes sense, makes sense. Before we continue here, let's move to the other side. So how long did you like Chad? Was it a specific moment in the show or right from the start? I feel like they did Chad dirty in the show. Because in the beginning he was really strong, right? But eventually they had to sort of nerf him. Or at least to me it felt like they tried to nerf him. From the very beginning. Let's see, what other shows did you watch? Did you watch Naruto as well? Naruto? Like the original one, not Shippuden or Boruto, just OG Naruto. Yeah, but I dropped it. Oh, really? You dropped the original Naruto? Oh, I actually enjoyed the original Naruto the most. Like, because I started to think about it later, and that the original Naruto was very much about actual ninja stuff, right? Like, they had ninja tools, they had poisons, they had scrolls, they had, like, all these tools to enrich the storytelling, right? And then once you hit Shippuden, it starts to go way more into direct combat, like no stealth. Well, stealth is hard in an orange jumpsuit anyway, but yeah, it's like weird, right? And suddenly they start adding like energy balls, and it pretty much became like Dragon Ball Z, like fighting. But I guess that's the shonen curse, right? I thought like the whole ninja espionage, infiltration, scouting, I think that was a very interesting premise. That's the thing that got me hooked into the show. Although I won't say I'm a diehard fan. And then later on, it became worse and worse with all the filler episodes and what was the other stuff again? Oh, Boruto, who was kind of spoiled, so the reason I dropped it is because I already have like 4 anime that are locked. Oh, wait, are you then a One Piece fan? Do you prefer One Piece? A One Piece enjoyer. Ah. Personally, I don't have anything against One Piece, but it just wasn't my thing. The thing that bothered me most watching it was Luffy, I think. Like, I think the other characters are interesting, but just Luffy himself, I just don't like him. I think that's my issue. Too goofy? Probably. I think it's because of... So, I noticed that I'm always attracted to kind of storytelling that's like apocalyptic, like the end of the world kind of scenario, or dystopian, where it's like cyberpunk or Dark Souls. And if you look at the start of Naruto, that started kind of depressing, right? It was like a kid without parents being, ostracized from his class or village. And then you have Bleach, which started out with a teen who could see dead people pretty much. Like all of the stories that I like are like it has some kind of darkness to it. Not necessarily edgy, but there's something grim usually in the stories that I like. Same here. And And I guess like I saw some bits of One Piece where later on some like bad stuff happens and then like the story gets a little bit more serious. But it's also, I think, the character designs of the world like are very flamboyant and kind of out there, right? And I don't mean that it's bad, it's just not my vibe. Wait. There we go. Maybe this is a lot of cuts for an object this small, but what's your favorite anime, Jinn? That's a tough one because I have a lot of anime that I like, and I find it hard to just select one. So maybe it's better per genre. Maybe that's an easier one to answer. Pick 5. So I think the first legit anime that I watched on TV when I was like a little kid was Gundam Wing. It's a very old one, and it's a very the topics in the show are very heavy because it talks like it talks about how do you call it, like politics and possession of, well, not really possession of land, but how do you call it, what's that movement where you don't want to use weapons, like where you go for peaceful negotiations? Or at least try to. Pacifism. That's it. Total pacifism. That was a theme inside that show. And then they were like talking like, yeah, but if there's total pacifism, then what happens to all the military or war veterans? Don't they have a place in the world, or like something like that? And then there were like different factions. Because it was also, well, not really discrimination, but there was like a space faction, and then there was like the Earth faction, and one was subordinate to the other. And they were trying to stop the war machine. Am I doing this correctly? I hope I am. Oh, that's a weird shape over there. But for the rest, it looks decent. Wait, why is it immediately cutting? I want to move. Why can't I move this? Number of cuts 1. I want to move along the line. I don't want you to immediately cut. Hey, what's happening? I haven't watched, so I can't tell you. Oh, yeah. But I thought that was a very interesting one. And that's actually the anime that got me to watch it online later on. Because like Gundam Wing is a very... Wait, how should I explain this? So, Western cartoons tend to be cartoons where you can watch it in any order, right? They're self-contained episodes. So it doesn't really matter in what order you're gonna keep watching it. And then Pokemon appeared on TV and they kept swapping up the episodes so they weren't like displayed on order. And you kept moving around between what is it, Cerulean City and then Lavender Town. And then it went back to the starter town, and then it went this, and like it went all over the place. Super weird, because that is like how Western cartoons work, right? They're like self-contained stories. So I hated that with Pokemon, and I also hated that a little bit with Gundam Wing. So eventually I started to look online like, oh, where can I watch it in order so I can actually understand the story better? And that's where I found websites hosting anime episodes. So when I finished Gundam Wing, I started watching Dragon Ball, like the original, because over here on TV it only started with Dragon Ball Z. So I never really understood like who the hell are these people? Like they didn't get any proper introduction, right? Like suddenly Goku was on an island with his son and he had a brother and very little was explained, right? Why is this going so weird? Let me look at online. Can drag loop cuts. Control R, you get a cut in the middle. So they're saying it's like Control R, apparently. Lamp. But yeah, that's the whole start of me starting to watch anime. I think I started with Naruto and Bleach because those were very much like advertised on the main page of their website. And then I was like, I want to watch more mecha. And I tried to watch Gundam Seed, but Gundam Seed was kind of weird, so I just skipped that. And I started watching other stuff, including Code Geass. What is it, Code Geass or Code Geass? I'm not sure what the pronunciation on that one is, but I watched that one, and I watched Clannad, which is like out of the left field, right? Clannad. But I was like kind of interested in like, oh, what's this about? And let's see, I watched... Wait, I have a page probably somewhere still with all the anime that I watched. Anime Planet, right? That's where you keep track of your anime that you watched. Let's see if I still know my login. Users. Let me look up my profile. There we are. Let's see. Years. What year should we watch? Oh, we can search between 2 years. So, for example, between the year 2000 and 2007, things that I watched. Apparently back then, what was being showed was a certain magical index. No, that's later. More filters. No, where's the year? Year, yes, between 2000 and 2007. Although it's not really correct because sometimes I watched pretty old anime later on, right? My big sister showed me my first anime and 3 episodes gave me depression. Oh no, was it like Elfenlied or something? Okay, don't judge me for this because I was a teen, right? But apparently I watched Ama Buddha. I'm not sure, like, if that's in, if that has any relation to Oh My Goddess, but I watched Oh My Goddess as well. I watched Air Gear. I watched Beck, Mongolian Chop Squad, which was like about making a band, right? I really like that one. The song, Full Moon Sway, I think, is a really good one. Don't worry, I don't judge. Judges anyway. Let's see, there's Black Lagoon, of course Bleach, Chobits. Chobits is a great one. And then there's Clannad and Code Geass. And then Cromarty High School. Apparently I watched the Capo. I don't really remember anything about that. I watched Darker Than Black. I watched Dears, Dears, which was about like an alien race of only women that came to Earth or something. Death Note, Devil May Cry, Elfenlied, the original Eureka 7. Also, my first anime was Puella Magi Madoka. Oh, is it the one that eats the head or something? FLCL, Fooly Cooly, Full Metal Alchemist the original, Full Metal Panic, the entire series, like multiple seasons of it. Oh shit. Yeah, this is where the sus starts. So there was this anime called Green Green, and the normal episode was just normal content, right? But Green Green, I still remember it. It had an OVA. You know what OVAs are, right? But the Green Green OVA, if I remember correctly, it had some sussy intimacy scenes. And I was not prepared for that because I thought like, oh cool, Green Green. Because the normal anime didn't do that very visually. I watched Hack Sign. Ooh, a very cool old one. Heat Guy J. Man, that robot guy in the raincoat suit was so cool. I watched this one way later. I think I watched it like 5 years ago or something. Hajime no Ippo. And then there's Kenichi, History's Strongest Disciple, which was like a fighting, learning anime. Hey, thanks for the follow. Joshua Wilkins, thank you. We also watched, let's see. We watched Canon, both versions, Canon 2002 and 2006. I watched Casa No Stigma. Oh damn, this is bad. So, you have to realize, I was a way younger back then, huh? But I watched Kodomo no Jikan. But that was when I was still younger myself. If I look at this now, I think like, oh, that's dangerous. That could get you labeled. Let's see. Then there is Lucky Star, which I also used to watch. And I don't remember anything about this. Murder Princess. Hey, you were a curious teenager. Nah, it's more that like the Kodomo no Jikan had a lot of like, I'd say that, short girls is what you could say. I think that's the most safe way I can explain it. This one is great. If you haven't watched it, you should definitely watch it. The English title is My Bride is a Mermaid. I think in Japanese it's called Seto no Hanayome. That one was so funny. Let's see. Then we also have something weird with Paranoia Agent. Then we have a lot of Pokemon movies. We have Pumpkin Scissors. We have Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei. Another great one. School Rumble. I love School Rumble. I really liked. I think that was one of the anime that inspired me to get my motorcycle license, because I just really liked the main character, especially his artwork on the motorcycle. Then, another classic, Shakugan no Shana. And the original Shaman King. Although I don't think I finished that one. There is Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. Also a classic. There's Tenjo Tenge, which was another like fighting anime, but then in a school setting where there's like a lot of martial artists. I like the older brother of like the two sisters, the one that passed away in the, I wouldn't say in the future, but like eventually he got killed somehow. Oh no. Oh, I hated this one. Looking back at it, but do you know the familiar of Zero? I felt so bad for that guy. He was always getting whipped and beaten, and that was a very abusive relationship in that show. Definitely not acceptable. And then, of course, Harumi Suzumiya. There's Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicles, also a very old one. There's Welcome to the NHK, also a great one. And of course, Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's see, what's after 2007? (2008) till, let's say, 2014. Angel Beats. Angel Beats is a good one. Wait, why is it not showing the... Oh, there it is. Year. I keep having to refresh the search things. Yeah, but it gives me more depression. I mean, that's all the key animations, isn't it? Everything that key animation touches is depression. Let's see. Wait, from what year? Damn, Attack on Titan is from 2013 originally. Jeez. Do you feel old yet? That's like more than 10 years ago when it started. Now I feel old. Baka Monogatari. Man, I really like Senjo Gahara Hitagi. I really like the character. But he said it. Oh, another classic you definitely have to watch. It's an anime about making manga. Well, it used to be a manga about making manga, but it got animated. It's Bakuman, where two guys work together to make their dream manga, or try to make it as manga artists. You got Beelzebub, you got Berserk, you got the original Black Rock shooter OVA out of 2010. Blue Exorcist, also a great one. Batum. It's where they... Batum is the original Battle Royale, if you think about it. Because they got dropped on an island with like a lot of like little explosive grenades that they had to throw at the enemy, and they all had like special effects, right? And they were all selected because people hated them or something. Apparently I watched something called Buzz Gamer, but I don't remember it at all. Same for Chaos Head. I don't remember much about that. I watched the Planet After Story, Planet Another World, Kyo chapter, Planet Another World, Tomoyo chapter. I watched Darker Than Black Season 2. Dead Man Wonderland. Denpa Teki no Kanojo. I don't remember this at all. Detroit Metal City. That one was so wacky. And then there's Durara. Oh shit. More depression from the New World. I hated that. Looking back at the show, I did not like that. Because a lot of characters died in that show and the world was just messed up. There is Gargantia on the Virtuous Planet. That one I actually liked because it was like the main character came from like a sci-fi setting in deep space, and then he got like isekai'd. But then he realized that no, he's not isekai'd. He got dropped on Earth. But Earth in the future, right? Or well, in his own timeline. Pretty much just a warp gate to Earth. Because he was, or like his race was originally from Earth, but they departed Earth and were in deep space fighting stuff. I'm not sure what it was anymore. And then he got like sucked into a warp hole and ended up back on Earth. But there were still survivors on Earth, but it became a water planet. So they had like these ships that sailed around the world, and the story was very focused on deep diving, like treasure diving in the ocean to find like valuable stuff. Ground Control to Psychoelectric Girl. Yo, that's an old one. That's with like the weirdo girl. Guilty Crown. Gurren Lagann again, which is like I think the movie. Hunter x Hunter. Well, of course, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure 2012. And Stardust Crusaders. Kamado Mate Guy. Kamado Mate Guy was so funny. It's like this super buff dude with shark teeth, like the very like jagged teeth. And he just was dressed up as a maid. And then he was supposed to teach some guy something, I think. It was so weird, but also funny. Oh no. Oh, okay, this is another sus one. Well, it wasn't like sus in that it was very explicit, but it was like very on the edge, right? It's Kanokon. It's like where there was like the smaller boy with the older, what is it, like fox girl that kept like trying to seduce him because she thought that he was like her chosen one or something. So she tried to keep seducing him into doing like naughty stuff. Funny how I still remember that. That must have like etched itself into my mind. Then there's Kill la Kill. And Kimi ni Todoko. Todoke? Kimi ni Todoke. Yeah, that's well, it's the girl is based. Her looks is based on Sadako, I think, like from the horror from The Ring. But her real name is Sawako, and she's like ostracized from a group. But like during the story, she finds friends and starts to socialize more. It's like a very wholesome story. Not a lot of stuff happens, but it is a very wholesome story. Little Busters, also a great one. I've seen Log Horizon. Oh, this one, man, this I love this one. It was Kaicho wa Maid-sama, where like the student president worked at a maid cafe, and then this guy finds out, and he sort of like keeps, well, not really harassing her, but he keeps bothering her. Oh, have you watched Needless? Needless was so over the top, like hyper masculine for no reason. Like, I think all the guys had like 8 packs or something, and I think the guy could only draw one character or like one guy, so that's why that one guy appeared like 3 times in the story. Like, oh, he is the protagonist, but someone who looks like him is also the antagonist. And then there's even a third guy that's like at the sidelines that also looks like him. It was so weird. It's like he drew the same character 3 times. Let's see. What was this called? Neurarion. Wait, Neurarion no Mago. Do I say that correctly? So it's like a human boy that could turn into his demon form because he had like demon ancestry, like yokai ancestry. I said a bit of it and immediately said no. There's Nyankoi. I think he turns into a cat, right? Oh, no, he understands what cats are saying. Oh, so he's like a cat whisperer. Oh no. Did I finish this? I don't remember. But it's Oraimo. You know, the anime with the very infamous ending thing where he picks his sister instead of like any of the other options. And then, I watched this one in cinema. Ponyo. Is it like a Ghibli thing or? Yeah, Studio Ghibli. Don't judge me, remember? Raids of Bahamut. Problem children are coming from another world, aren't they? Which is the English title. Of course, Soul Eater and the original Spice and Wolf. I still have to start watching the remade one. There's Steins Gate. Oh my god, I watched this too much. Sword Art Online. I was really hoping that it would become better. I really liked the first half of the first season, but they rushed through it. Like, they should have just, like, imagine if Sword Art Online was more about, like, actually about the world and getting through the levels instead of just a guy trying to collect his harem. I just you remind me about that anime. Ooh, Terraformers. Well, Terraform Mars, if you think about it. It was the anime with the bodybuilder cockroach man that killed everyone, pretty much. What was the maker thinking of that, by the way? Ooh, The World God Only Knows, which was about like this gamer guy who wasn't interested in girls, but then since he was so good at harem, some angel tried to contract him to help her collect souls or something. I'm not sure anymore. Toradora, also very famous with what was the girl name? Taiga? Like the short stack, which was like hyper violent. Oh, and I watched the Valkyria Chronicles anime because I played the original Valkyria Chronicles. I still have the disc for that game. And I watched the original first season of To Love Ru, but I never ended up watching the rest because it just wasn't my vibe. It was too much on the ecchi stuff for me. All in all, I don't think I watch a lot of like ecchi stuff. If I look at my list like this, mostly it's more story driven. Let's actually return to our 3D modeling though. Enough distraction. There's something weird going on here. Can I recommend 2 anime? Sure. There's a big chance that I might have already watched them though. Because not everything that how do you say that? Not everything that I mentioned. Like, wait. I didn't mention everything that's on the list, right? Just the most interesting ones. Senki Symphony Gear and Inuyasha. Oh, I know about Inuyasha. I just never got interested in it. Am I committing a sin there by saying that? Here, see, we can move this one up and down. Everyone has their preferred. Oh yeah, definitely. No hard feelings. Wait, what if we change this like this? Does this work? Not really. I think we'll just have to accept it for what it is for now. Let's see, for this one, we can't just mirror it, I think. If I remember correctly. Because scissors don't have the soft side on both sides. So I think what we have to do is extrude. What's a good size? 2 millimeters? Minus. Like this. But then we have to remove this side. Then we have to select the edge. No, not this one. And then move it down by 2 millimeters then. And then we have to add modifiers. Also, Inuyasha is bloody long. Was there like a weird ending there as well? Like, well, how should I say this? Isn't there like some relationship within a family or something that's weird? Like they're blood related or something somehow? Or are we just gonna skip over that and don't pay attention? What's going on here? Why is this point sharper than the rest? There must be something weird here. Press E with Y. And we connect it to this bit. That's so weird. I don't think it's been a while since I watched it. Wait, wasn't there like a follow-up show? Maybe it's the follow-up show where you see the children of. Does it have something to do with this part? Why are you being weird? Is it because of the width? Like this one is just normal, right? But why is this one different? Hey, Doom Eternal fan, welcome, welcome. How you doing? And for Senki, it says show Sinful Gear. All I'm gonna say, it's the power of music. Oh, wait, is that anime like what was the other one called? Macross? Macross is also about music, right? I think. Doing good? Nice. Good to hear that. What game is this? This is no game. This is a 3D modeling software. As you can see, this is pretty much my skill. So you know the things that are in 3D, like, what should I explain this? Like, if you play games, then you obviously know what a 3D asset is, right? Or like a 3D object. in a game world. So you can see this as someone making 3D objects for those kind of games, or like for 3D virtual things. So if you ever see a boxing game, or like a barrel, or maybe a light, or like small objects, that's the kind of stuff that I'm currently making. So as you can see, I already made like different pots and pans, and we made an entire knife set. So you enjoy making 3D scissors? Well, I kind of want to make an entire set of kitchen accessories. So here's the knife block, and then we have to put all these knives, the scissors, and the sharpening tool inside one of those kind of blocks. But you can see this is my own design here. But I'm trying to figure out why this little area is like acting weird. Because I'm not understanding why it's doing, like why it's acting like this. Why is it? Why are you running? Pretty much. But yeah, I enjoy making 3D stuff. And this is the same program where that I used to make the box dropping out of the sky animation, like this stuff. Oh, why is it so low? There we go. So this stuff, that's what I also made in Blender. But you have to start simple with just the shapes, right? Before adding like lights and materials. So that's why I'm just working on the shape at the moment. Because I do want to do 3D animation as well on my channel, but it's just taking a long time to master all the skills, right? Necessary to do that. So what if you just delete this one? Delete this edge. And delete this edge. Delete this. Delete this. And then we start from here. Go up in the Z-axis. And then it would be cool. Just gotta trust the process and be patient. Definitely. Eventually we'll get there. But there's something weird going on here, and I'm not sure why. As you can see, this one is like perfectly shaped, but this one is like, I want to get this effect, but somehow it's not listening to me. So far you're doing great, thank you. That really means a lot. Yeah, see, now it's correct. So what if we subdivide this, and then subdivide this, and then do something like this? It's still doing the weird thing. Like, why is, like, over here you can see that all these corners are like shorter, diagonal, right? But this one is like super sharp. What 3D thing do you plan to make next? So at the moment we're working on a lot of kitchen stuff, right? That's because we want to do our entire, don't forget to save, Jinn. Oh, good point. We have been working on this for a while. So what I'm trying to do is to remake my bar, right? Like I want to revamp that, overhaul it, make it look nicer with some animations even in it. But to do that, I have to make a lot of little assets to decorate the scene, because I want to make a background pretty much. And in that background, what I want is, I want the bar itself, I want the staff room, I want the kitchen, I want to make a toilet, or like a restroom. And I need to also make, well, not really a city skyline, but like a city-esque background, so you can see that outside the window as well. So this is like a big project. It's not gonna be done anytime soon, and I try to keep working on it once in a while, making the little elements first, so I can just use them later as assets in my end scene. But I'm struggling. What if we cheese it? What if we cheese this entire area and say like we're just not gonna do anything here, and we are just gonna connect these two things like this? Can we do this? Still doing the weird thing over here. What if we do it like this? And then we delete this edge, and we delete this edge. It's doing it again. Why are you doing this to me? What's wrong with you? Why am I getting bullied here? This program is bullying me. Look at that, it's doing it again! Why? Get it. Don't get it. I'm brain farting. It's not like there's duplicates here, right? No. No. So if we do X and only bring it halfway, what happens now? Okay. So what if we bring it from the other side? Okay, but there's still an opening here. Yeah, see? Is there something going on here in this corner? How can I say this? Snap vertices, merge vertices at center. It's still doing the weird thing. Delete edges. See if we can fix it with this. Merge. And then we do this. Delete the faces. By the way, in Warframe, I got the Vortex. Hey, congratulations! That's quite a farm, huh? Try again to fully build it out. So let's just save. Before we get gray hairs. So if we delete this, faces, and we delete this, faces, and then we grab these two again, press E, X in this generation. Then I grab this. And I grab this, and then I say merge vertices at the last. Then it stays smooth like this. But the moment I start to connect these two parts, it starts to like add like a sharp point to it. I'm going to head out later, Jinn. Take care. Don't forget to save and take breaks. Definitely. And if we don't figure out what to do with this, we can also just leave it alone for a bit and continue working somewhere else. That's always an option. Still the sharpness here. Also, I'm thinking, what should I do tomorrow? We could play Scarlet Nexus again, if people are into it. Or I just take a break for myself to work on some other stuff and just continue working on the overhaul. That's also possible. Okay, so what happens on the inside though? So if you extrude this one down by -2 millimeters, that doesn't seem to be... There doesn't seem to be much of a problem, except for over here. Okay, definitely is something in this area that's causing this. Wait, what's this long stick? Wait, what was that? Suddenly fixed. Wait, it's not that the normals are inverted on this piece, right? I hope it's not the case. How do we do that again? Face. It was something with the normals, right? Edge, mesh. It was something with like inverse. Extrude faces, no. Inset faces, poke. Wireframe, beautify, intersect. Where was it again? Ah, normals. Flip. Aha! We found it! The normals were inverted. At least I think. Now everything should work, right? We found the solution! Let's go! We were struggling so hard there. Like, why is this one piece so weird? Does that mean the same issues here over here? Should we check this as well? Normals, flip. There we go. Ta-da! So what if we try to add a material now to it? Okay, most of it is nice, except for this part. It's kind of weird. Now we grab these. Oh wait, no, I get it. What's going on here? Faces. Then we grab this bit, and we press E on the x-axis, and we bring you close over here. Then we grab you like this, and then we grab you like this. Then grab this to this. This, and this part. This, and this part. That's one part of the scissor. I think for the other part we could almost just duplicate this one, right? I hope, maybe. But before we can do that, we have to close off the other side, which is this part. And do that with a bridge loop. Oh. Oh, definitely not. Nope. Let's see, what is then the correct way to do this? Do you just mesh duplicate on the z-axis and then move it over here, and then now bridge loop? Looks decent enough. Uh-oh. What's happening to this? Oh, nothing. Okay, we're still good. We're still good. Again, was it even necessary to do a diagonal cut there? Wait, can we just... Not over here. What about... Let's see, these two parts are connected. These two parts... Is this inverted again? Is this it? I'm still not sure about this little area, why it's so weird. Oh, okay, that's why. Okay. Copy. Okay, so far so good. We're fixing it. So I think, what was the game called again? Zenless Zone Zero got released. Seems a lot of people are playing it, but I don't think I'm gonna play it. Because I'm still playing Honkai. And it's like a rule I got for myself to not play too many gacha games. Okay, that's not it. Can I move this? Mesh. Flip. I think this is these two are the last things I have to flip. Normals, flip. There we go. There's still this bit. It's so easy to make a mistake. Like, you select one line wrong and then instantly it's messed up. Ethical Ninja, welcome! I'm gonna be lurking, Jinn, so I can contribute to your views. We need to get you to affiliate. Thank you. Yo, there's something really messed up with my channel, by the way, with that. So whenever I look at my graph, it says average viewers 3.1, right? But then if I go to home, to my overview, it says like 2.96. Like 0.4, like 0.04 viewer average shortage. But on the other one, it says 3.1. It's so weird. I don't understand it. But thanks for lurking. Let me give you a shout out. And thank you very much for lurking. There we go. What were you playing? Monster Prom. Never heard of that game. I don't know anything about it. Hope you had fun though with the game. So that's one side. So how can we alter this? Can we just add, what is it, a mirror? That's how it's supposed to be, but then it also has to flip to the That's to flip. That's to flip. How do we flip it? Certainly not this way. How does the flip work, by the way? Oh well, in that case, we can just also go to object mode, duplicate objects like this. And then scale -1, and then also Z -1. And that should give us a similar shape. Wait, no. We can do this better. Duplicate linked. And then we scale it inverse. So duplicate linked means that everything I do inside the object should be copied over from one space to the other space, right? So if I add something here, it should add to something to the other side as well. So imagine if I were to open this up, edit, and then I select this place, and I say I want to have that as my center, and then can I add cylinder? It's probably going to be a big cylinder. Let's make it way smaller. Four millimeters by 2 millimeters, maybe, who knows, something like that. So if we add it on this side, it should automatically add it to the other side as well, which is nice. But then we still have the issue of the weird shape, right? So we should be able to inset this. Can we, what happens if we object, let's save just in case, and shade smooth, what happens? That's mostly correct. We just need to add another loop cut over here. Then we have to add a new material. We add that little black layer just so that it adds a little bit more distinction to it. Look at that, we got some scissors. So what's this? What is this thing? Oh, is it another inverted? Yeah, it's another inverted one. Normal, flip. Ta-da, fixed. So now that we did that part, we should probably soften up the handles, right? And here's where we run into problem because we have triangles here. We can't just select the entire loop, sadly. We'll survive, we'll survive. Let's see if we can make it a little bit more thicker. Since the handle of a scissor is usually thicker than the rest, right? -2. But if we break this up, do this part, and then this part. Big handle, tiny scissors. Let's see, let's mesh, duplicate, keep it as is, and then what are we doing? We're gonna separate it, separate selection, object mode, grab you, gonna say edit mode, everything is assigned to this, and then we're gonna go to the modifier. I'm gonna say solidify. That's a little bit too much. What about 1 millimeter? See, that looks way better. Then we put it, can we put it on 0? So it's in between. Is this enough? Do we have to make it a little bit bigger? Decisions, right? Ah, that could be good. Then we have to apply the solidify, I think. And then join. So that's added to the other. Oh shit, what's happening? Oh shit, Narwhal! How you doing? Thanks for the raid. Sir, you're being a lot of raid. Thank you very much. How you doing? How's the 3D modeling on your end? Also, let me give you a shout out, of course. But yeah, hello everyone. Thanks for joining me today. We're doing some 3D modeling on my channel. What are we playing? Factorio. Oh, wait, isn't that the very complex game where you build train tracks to all kinds of different factories, and then at the same time you're being attacked by aliens, so you have to put like defensive systems in place, and it's like super complicated, right? But a lot of this week has been Factorio Marathon. Yes, the autism factories. I can't complain. I played Satisfactory before, which is like the 3D version of it, right? But yeah, welcome everyone. For those who don't know me, I'm Jinzou Jinn. I am also a Vtuber. I do a variety of gaming streams, and I also like to 3D model. As you can see, today we're trying to model in Blender, and we're trying to make scissors without like clipping issues. We have made some objects before, including like the sharpening tool and like a knife set and a knife block and cooking pans or frying pans, as you can see in the distance. And I also made this animation in the past. Look at this. Bam. It's just a box flying, like dropping out of the sky, but this is the kind of stuff that I want to make more often for my channel. So yeah, that's the type of stuff that we do over here. I am very much into Honkai Star Rail and Warframe as well. Let's see, but we have to fix this little bit in on the inside of the scissors. I think if we grab this one, Let's see, we grab this, this, and this. This, see if you can make it work. There we go. Problem solved. And since we have linked, it automatically applies to the other side as well over here, so that's fixed. I'm gonna go harass my toilet, then I'll be back. Might as well do some Blender work while watching football on you. Oh, cool. What kind of project are you working on? Also, safe travels to the toilet. Don't flush yourself. See, there's still space in between here, right? Yep, there's still space in between here. Still the fluid anime. Wait, the fluid simulation, the pill. Oh no, the cursed one, huh? I hate debugging fluid I am not even touching that stuff, man. Like particle simulation and that sort of stuff. Woof. That's above my pay grade. Hell, I'm not even getting paid. Let's see. This is not the exact center of this thing. You have to move this. Select linked, select it all, then move it till it's sitting there, and then it should be in the center now. Now we have to think about another thing, and that's if we want to make the metal like dark, like this one, because we got the light reflective and we have the dark reflective. I kind of like the light more. I think this one might be better. And can we loosen this up a little bit? That'd be okay. Nope. Then it starts doing weird stuff. That's because one side has this whole extra ridge and the other side doesn't have it. But hey, we're done with these scissors. I'm gonna grab a very fast... Let's see, we don't have any cameras, right? Nope, we can't render, I think. I can just grab... If we move the cursor out of the way, I can just grab a screenshot, right? Bam. see. I think it might be nice to take a short break now. I'll go get something to drink as well, and then we'll be right back. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna have to think about what to make next. I think Aiko said something before. I think a microwave, right? Yeah, we can do a microwave. We can maybe try to do something different. Something bigger for change. Microwave should be a little bit easier because it's like a square box, right? It's what I would say to myself, but I know things tend to be more complicated than you think. But I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a short break, get something to drink, and then we're gonna continue working. I am back and I raided the fridge. I found ice cream. Just a cornetto, like the very classic type of ice cream. I saw it and I was like, hell yeah, that one is mine. Well, there's like 8 more in the fridge, but I just felt like having one. While we're doing that, since I'm eating ice cream, I can't really do anything on the 3D modeling side. Let's see, what's going on Twitter? Any interesting stuff? Any VTubers want to be a volunteer or want to volunteer as a test subject to be drawn in a sketch or simple style? Ah. There's a person online who's saying like, "Oh, are you a safe for work VTuber? I want to rate you. Share your PNG and this sort of stuff." But if you look at the animation, they have like the yandere eyes, so I'm not sure if that's really safe for work. There's so many VTubers out, like so many different styles. Sometimes it's just nice to just scroll over Twitter and see like what kind of designs are out there. Okay, it's funny. So apparently in Paris, there's a lady walking her dog. Problem though is the dog isn't a dog, it's a wolf. She domesticated the wolf somehow. Oh, new VGen artist? Who's this? Fully rendered illustrations. Oh, that's on the cheaper side, actually. I've been thinking, by the way, on my startup screen at the moment, it's just a loading screen, right? But I feel like it would be nice to have like a full-blown animation and then also have like chat still in the corner. So that people can already start talking. Because at the moment, there's no interactivity on the startup screen or end screen. I think I want to stick to animated stuff, like no more standstill stuff. Even though it's gonna take a little bit longer to make it, I think it's definitely worth it. Also, sorry if I'm making too much noise eating ice cream. Wait, Jasper, that's you. Having watched the first episode of that dear anime, my understanding of the anime has forever changed. In what way, though? Sometimes I wonder, should I reach out to an artist to redesign my eyes, like on my 3D model, to make it like more, how to say it, high res? It's mostly a lot of shit posting again. Yeah, I think that's enough Twitter for now. I'm out. Bye. Okay, instead, let's focus on that microwave. Microwave. We need something high-end, right? So does that mean you need to get something built in? Or something we can put on our... It definitely has to be something flashy though, right? That means we can grab these. Probably move them out of the way. Same for these. Just to create some space. And then We can... What can we do? Snap 3D cursor to world origin. Back to basics. Then we need the dimensions of a regular microwave, right? Regular dimensions or average dimensions. Oh, found one. So they say 30 centimeters deep. 38 high. But how wide? They don't give a width. That's not good. Oh, that's a very small one. And it's inches. I don't want inches. Oh, found one. So let's make it 30 centimeters then. Object, set origin, no, add, mesh, cube, like this, and then location 150. And then you have to grab the side and then expand it by how much? 210. 210. Like this. And the depth 195. That's the size of a microwave? Huh. Now obviously, you're gonna have to loop cut somewhere around here, I think. Hey, welcome back. How you doing? So, question, Jasper. I saw your tweet on Twitter. What do you mean that it changed the meaning of the anime forever? Like the deer anime. Ooh, instead of just doing this, what we could also do is just add a new cube, right? Nothing made sense even by the standard I judged Excel Saga. Oh, really? Is it like just shit posting pretty much? Shit posting the anime? I feel bothered if I don't have exact measurements. I'm not sure why, but it's about a transfer student who's also a deer. Yeah, but isn't the weird thing is that she has antlers and only male deer have antlers? And she starts a deer club at high school. Oh no. And nobody thinks to they just go with it, huh? Can I make it 120? And the ED is basically a recipe for deer biscuits. Ah, I see that our money is well spent. Is there a way to duplicate, like, is there a way in Blender to cut stuff at a very precise place? Because there's only factors over here. It's a shitpost wrapped around a cliche high school slice of life plot. Oh. What's the other one called again with the two girls? Pop Team Epic? Is it like that? Pop Team Epic is a skit show. Ah. Minus 0.5. What does that do? We can use this. So what's the exact measurement now of this? 127.5. That's doable, I think. Don't get me wrong, I like it. Oh, okay. But do you think there's going to be a story to it, or is it just constantly just shit posting? Let's see. Beach episode, school festival episode, teenage love, etc., etc. Oh, yeah. That's very, like, those are the tropes, right? A trip to a deer biscuit factory. What if they go to a deer glue factory? Or would that be too dark? Wait, before I know the depth of this thing, I have to know another measurement. Where's the other measurement? Measurement tape, help me out. 321 0.7. 321. 321.04. I imagine violence. So for the center, how are you gonna find that? You're gonna delete the face, you're gonna do this, and then we're gonna subdivide it once and delete this edge. Ta-da! We found the center. I have to look at the inside of a microwave because now that I think about it, I don't have the inside of a microwave memorized at all. Isn't that bad of me? Inside. Show me the inside. There we are. Okay, a lot of rounded corners. Interesting. So what I'm seeing is that there is, for example, an inset like this. And can we... Is it possible to bevel that? No, not bevel. We need to... What do we need to do? No. Maybe it's because it's not 3D yet. We can't do it. In that case, just have to keep insetting it, I think. And then we have to move it. Let's move to the front. That's not what you want. You need to move to the back. Minus 40. So what if we grab these things and then we say bevel? Does that work? That does seem to work. Sweet. You don't see much from it because it's like untextured, right? But eventually, if you're gonna add color to it, it's gonna be more noticeable. Let's see, it seems that we have to do the same thing on the left and right side. No, mostly on the left side. But also top side. Like top side is like split in two. So what if I just subdivide? Let's do this one first. We can do inset faces again. And then do it shared. And then we can move you up. By 15 millimeters. because we can't go through the roof. And then we grab the corner. Just the corners, nothing more. We're gonna do the same thing again with the bevel. So what about the one in the back? The one in the back that looks like another one of these. So we're gonna do edit mode again. Then we're gonna grab these. Gonna inset. Little bit more. Okay, and then we're gonna inset again. A little bit less for this one. And instead of going outwards, we're gonna go down. -5 millimeters. And then we're gonna still grab the corners. And then what we have to put here is holes, but we don't necessarily actually have to make the holes. We can just add a texture to that, I think. I think that's the best thing to do here. And then on the side, there's also a similar indent. For some reason we can't subdivide that bit. Why can't we? Is it because of the thing here at the top? Yeah, okay. So how am I gonna do this then? Wait, we can just inset the face. Oh yeah, look at this cut at the top. I think that's the reason. And then we can scale it like this. And then we inset again. And now we can just move you backwards. -15. Okay, We're already getting some interesting shapes on the inside here. And then of course at the bottom you need to put the plate with the rotating bit, right? Like the glass plate with the rotating area. Over here there has to be holes. Over here we could add some holes. Same with over here, which is like for the ventilation. And then over here should be like a, not really a glass, but like a different kind of plate, because this is where all the electrical big microwave broadcast thing is. Is what I'm thinking. How far can we actually undo this? So if I grab this and if I were to move it forward, okay, we can still make it a little bit smaller. That's good. I think that looks a little bit nicer if it's this size. I think we can leave it at this for tonight. And then I'm gonna do a little bit more research and prepare some textures for next time. So we can, next week, Friday probably, we can then immediately finish the object, hopefully. Because we need, you see at the front of like these microwaves as well, there's like that whole grid thing, that metallic film that you have in front of the glass to keep the microwave emissions inside. We need that, and we need the dots for the holes in the back, top, and left side. We already have glass that we can just use for the plate. And then I also have to, I think I'm gonna do a texture for that on the right side. So it's more like a touchscreen kind of thing, right? So it looks high-end. Maybe still like expose some, well, not really wires, but some tubes at the top side to make it look a little bit more cyberpunk, so it's not too sleek. And then at the back we have to do some cool machinery as well, right? So it looks like heavy duty, like over-engineer it. Let's see, I'm going to try reverse logic in fluid simulation by making the domain way bigger than it needs to be and hope the algorithm just sort of thinks. Wait, how does that work? Because you're trying to pour something in a glass, right? If I understand correctly. Wait, maybe I can already try to make at least one tube, just to get a feel for it. Let's do that. Add mesh, no curve. We want a path which is 50 millimeters. And then with the curve, we're gonna add not an extrude. So imagine we have something like this over here. Then we enter object. We rotate 90 degrees. That might be a little weird. So let's add you minus 5 millimeters. And then you also minus 5 millimeters. Nope, that's not what I want. This one has to move up. Move down. Minus 5 millimeters. Is that what I want? Minus 20. Minus 20. And then we make it smaller, maybe 15 millimeters. 10 millimeters. I said 10 millimeters, not 10 million. And then we just do it like this. And what we can then do is add no, object, set origin to 3D. It's not set yet. Okay, edit mode. How do I move my 3D cursor? Transform, mirror. Okay, like that. Object. So now that it's in the correct spot, we can do object set origin to a 3D cursor, and then we can go into modifier and mirror. Then we can do something like this, and then we can add an array, not in that direction, but in this direction. I'm not sure how big or small to make it yet, but it is an interesting shape, at least to me. Of course, we have to eventually do the corners as well to like bevel them a little bit. But we got some elements prepared now. It is almost 10 o'clock. We have been streaming for almost 3.5 hours. I think that's a good evening for me. We can make a little screenshot. There we go. And let's see what we can do tonight. Who can we raid? Who can we raid? Oh, are they speaking English? Oh, I have not met this person, but I'm curious about them. Let's go rate someone new. I think that would be nice. We are gonna rate Saltea. Hopefully I'm writing that right. What should we do for a rate message? You better get used to it. Hopefully the channel is open to be rated. Imagine if it isn't. Okay, I'm gonna post a message in chat. We're just gonna do something simple. Create a stream. Right, let's go. I think that's good enough for a first time, right? Don't want to be too obnoxious. But yeah, let's go right out. I hope everyone has a nice evening. I'm not sure if I'm gonna stream tomorrow. I'll keep you guys updated. If we're gonna play anything, maybe I'm gonna do Final Fantasy, maybe Scarlet Nexus, who knows what I feel like, right? And otherwise, I'll be back again next week. I hope you all have a great evening. See you guys later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.